What is up, you guys? Tana Ashley here, and today I want to talk about intermittent fasting. So many people want to jump on this hot new trend, and I want to actually give you some advice on it, on when you should start eating, when you should stop eating, and how many hours should you be waiting in between each meal, how many meals should you be doing, all that good stuff. But before we dive into this video, since I'm pregnant, I am not actually doing fasting. So if you're pregnant, I don't recommend it, especially if you work out first thing in the morning. You don't want to be taking anything from babies. So with that being said though, I freaking love intermittent fasting, and I've done it pretty much my entire life. So starting out when I was 15, I always did it just because I hated eating breakfast. And as I started getting more educated with health and fitness, they brainwash you to believe, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, which it is, but they leave out one small detail. You can eat breakfast whenever the fuck you want. You don't have to eat it right when you wake up. Breakfast means break fast. So you're breaking your fast because at night, obviously, you're not eating in your sleep unless you have some sort of condition. Then you might be eating your sleep. I don't know. But for the most part, we're not eating while we're sleeping. And so when you break your fast, you want to make sure that you're doing it in a smart way. You don't want to be sitting there eating sugar, donuts, all that good shit. You don't want to be doing that. You want to make sure that you are fueling your body with proper nutrition. So what I did before I was pregnant, I would start eating at 10 a.m. I would wake up at 6, get to the gym by 7, get my workout done by 8:30, get my errands done, get home, make breakfast, and start my day. So 10 o'clock, I eat, and then I don't eat again until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 1 or 2, depends on how hungry I am, and then I would finish eating by 5 or 6. And that was my eating schedule, and it worked great for me. I felt amazing. I had great results. I was able to stay at 120 pounds all year round, and then I got knocked up, which I'm super grateful for. I always make a joke, but so I was able to actually keep my dream body, and the whole reason being is, you are on a time schedule, but you're still eating the same amount of calories, but you allow your body to actually tap in to its fat resources and start actually burning that stored fat. So instead of constantly sitting there eating, and because a lot of people will eat the 5 meals a day or 3 meals, 2 snacks, and it's okay, when you're doing that, your body's focused on constantly breaking down that food instead of, tapping in and burning that stored fat because it's busy doing that. So once you start spacing out your meals, you allow your body to burn that fat, detox, heal itself, and do what it's meant to do. So that is why I highly recommend it. I don't look at it as a diet. Someone wanted to, fasting's been around for forever. And someone wanted to throw the fancy word in front of it and call it intermittent fasting. And now it's this new thing that no one's heard of. And it's no, dude, it's been around for forever. And a lot of people actually naturally do it. They just don't give it a title. So to me, it's not a diet. It truly is a lifestyle. Even being pregnant, I still struggle with okay, look, you have to eat now before the gym, or you need to eat more calories. So now I'm trying to eat 4 meals a day, and that's even a struggle with me. Even being pregnant, it's God, because my belly's already so big. I'm man, if I eat any more food, I might pop. So if you are interested in trying intermittent fasting, I always say, and you can be flexible with your times. There might be a day where you start eating at 12 in the afternoon. That's going to be your breakfast. So you're eating at 12 and you stop at 7 o'clock at night. And then the next day might be, I'm going to eat at 10 in the morning and stop by 5 or 6. Whatever the case may be, you can actually adjust it, and it's very flexible, because that's what I had to do a lot of the times. My boyfriend, we have a lot of dinner events and stuff of that sort. So before I was pregnant, super strict on when I eat. Look, I'm not trying to be fat. I want to keep my dream body and still eat my donuts, because I got my little oinker inside, dying for donuts all the time. So you know, if I knew we had a dinner event coming up, like I would change my meal timing to go with that event. So if I knew dinner was at 6, like I'm not gonna start eating until probably 12 and then in by like 7 or 8. And I won't feel guilty about it because I'm still disciplined when I eat. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys do have any questions about it, feel free to DM me. I had one question that actually popped up on IG Live today that I absolutely loved because she was like, hey, give me some good foods that will help me with losing weight. And let me just say, you can Google that shit. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. That's not what I said to her either. But you can Google that shit. The thing is, just because it's listed as a healthy food doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. And my perfect example is I was brainwashed by a trainer that told me I have to eat eggs and oats every single morning or else I'm gonna start breaking down lean muscle mass. I have to eat before the gym and all this stuff. So, you know, I had that person as my trainer. So what I did was, okay, so I started eating that every single morning before I'd go work out, and then all of a sudden I'd start crashing. Like I'd be in the middle of my workout, I'm like, girl, I can't finish this. Like I'm about to die right now. Turns out my body doesn't digest oats well. So you need to be very mindful of what you're eating. And that is the best way to start figuring out what is actually gonna benefit you on your health and fitness journey versus what is actually holding you back. Because you could be eating clean, but it might be a food that doesn't actually work for your exact body type. And so I push that so much. Be mindful, like tap in and really just pay attention. And that's what's gonna change your life. But you have to change the way you look at food. You have to change the way you look at this whole journey because it is a lifestyle. And I know so many people say that, but it doesn't have to be this like miserable lifestyle. And that's what people believe. They're just like, oh my God, once you're like healthy and fit, like it sucks. I can't go out on the weekends and eat chips and drink beer. And it's like, you can still do that, but you need to actually be disciplined during the week and figure out what foods are actually gonna help you get to your goal. So then by the time the weekend's here, it's like you can actually reward yourself, enjoy yourself, and go party, do your thing. And then Monday rolls around and you're right back in it, like nothing even happened. And that's like where everyone needs to go and needs to be if they want this as a true lifestyle. And I mean, I've been on the whole yo-yo cycle, the binge eating thing, constantly starting over. I did all that. And what truly worked for me was finding that balance for myself. And that is what I teach all of my clients. So it's not, oh, this is just what fits for you, or, oh, here, you want to do that diet? That's fine. Like, I try that sometimes, but I get so discouraged because people fall off so easy. So I'm always like, we need to figure out what works for your body, what works for your lifestyle, what works for your schedule, and go with that. Every single person is different. We are all made different. So it is so important to like really pay attention to that shit. So, but yeah, so that's, I go off on a tangent with that because I'm always like, I can't just tell you because I don't know enough about you. I don't know your medical history. I don't know your allergies. I don't know your goals. Like there's so much that goes into it. And that was just a burp. I'm very sorry. That was not very ladylike. But I'm pregnant. So that was Mackenzie blowing you guys a kiss, okay? But so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it very, very informational. And if you want to go dive deeper into how to figure out what foods work for you, just click the link below. I have a free training on how you can figure out what works best for you. So stay happy, stay healthy. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.